flock of ducks has decided to sleep in the middle of an English town every night, so neighbors are now taking shifts on duck patrol, making sure the little waddlers make it safely to and from their river each morning and evening. The flock of around 30 ducks has chosen a cobblestone parking lot in Thirsk as their preferred sleep spot for the past 2 months, possibly as a way to avoid predators that hunt overnight by the river where they spend their days. But getting to this parking lot requires waddling through town and crossing a few busy streets, making it a risky journey. After witnessing a few close calls and noticing that the ducks take the same route at the exact same time every day, some neighbors decided that they'd become duck crossing guards, and a woman named Jody created a social media group dedicated to the cause. Thirsk residents are very passionate about their wildlife, and the group grew to over 1,500 members overnight. Now, neighbors take turns walking the ducks from the river to the parking lot every evening at 8:30 p.m. and even set up cones around them to make their presence more visible. The so-called duck wardens then wait with the ducks through the busy parts of each night, ensuring that nobody disturbs them, with some volunteers even staying until 2 a.m. on weekends. Then a new group of duck wardens comes back at 6:30 the next morning to escort them back to the river. They plan to continue as long as the ducks keep spending their nights in the town center, and they're currently working with city council to put up duck crossing signs. This dog flunked out of the police academy for being too friendly, but now he's an unlikely hero and he's being celebrated for a life-saving career. It just wasn't the career that he initially trained for. Roger started training to be a drug-sniffing dog for a police department in Taiwan when he was 6 months old. While he enjoyed having a job in general, he liked playing a little too much, and he had a tendency to just stop what he was doing whenever someone gave him attention. So Roger was officially removed from the program, but the local fire department figured that since Roger enjoyed completing tasks, had boundless energy, and loved people, he might just need a career change. They welcomed him into their search and rescue dog training program, and as it turns out, while his personality disqualified him from police work, it actually made him the perfect search and rescue dog. He excelled through training and his first rescue mission in 2018, and then won over hearts when he tried to eat a reporter's microphone during a press appearance. Earlier this year, he was the star of the show when he helped locate people who had been trapped by rubble in a massive 7.4 magnitude earthquake on the east coast of Taiwan. And when he was given an ice cream toy by the mayor as a reward, he promptly destroyed it on television. Roger is almost 9 now, and he'll be retiring later this year and adopted by a local family, spending the rest of his years lounging and destroying as many toys as he'd like. A missing cat was found after 8 months when his owner just happened to recognize his meow in the background of a phone call. When Barnaby the cat slipped out of his home one day and didn't come back, Rachel and her 3 kids were devastated. They tried everything to find him, but months passed with no sign of him, despite the fact that Barnaby did have a microchip. Then, about 8 months after his disappearance, Rachel called her vet to check on her other cat, Toby, who had just had surgery. Amidst the background noise, one meow stood out. It sounded just like Barnaby's. The vet said that it was an unmicrochipped stray that they had taken in last week, but when Rachel hung up, she just couldn't get past that familiar meow. After replaying it for hours in her mind, Rachel called back to ask if the stray was black with a white patch on his back paw, and astonishingly, the description matched. So when she went to pick up Toby, she brought pictures of Barnaby with her, and her instinct had been spot on. The stray was, in fact, Barnaby, and Rachel says that when she saw him, she just couldn't stop crying. It turns out that Barnaby's microchip was faulty, explaining why nobody had contacted her. Rachel had Barnaby re-chipped and made sure it was working. Now, Barnaby is back home safe and sound where he belongs. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.